Alright, so here with another video going over duty rifles. Really quickly, I'll go over mine, and then I've got my buddy here, Jack. First name Jack, last name Mehoff. So he'll go over his, give you a little bit of a different perspective because ours are similar, but his is set up a little bit different. So for starters, I've got a BCM upper 11.5 inches on a Daniel Defense lower. The gun started off as a full Daniel Defense gun, and then I changed out the upper for the SBR when I did that, and it's been running super good. The trigger, by the way, gun's clear. Trigger, I've got a Larue. I don't know what the model is, but they only make one model, so it's a Larue Trigger. Super good. It's a two-stage, but I believe it's a 2 pounds take up, 2.5 pound break, and it is super crisp. Very good. It's only like $80, so if you don't want to spend $200 whatever dollars on a Geisley, this is probably the best option for you. We'll go to the front and work our way back from there. On the tip, I've got a HUXWRKS HUXWRKS It's like the most basic bitch suppressor you can get. It's like all steel, super heavy, but the flow-through design is great. It's unbeatable. No complaints there aside from the weight. Off to the left side of it, I've got a Modlight 18650. Is that the full-size battery? It's
650.
Yeah, it's the full-size battery with the OKW head, which is great.
Is a shorty.
Yeah. OKW head, it's great to put on a rifle or a pistol, but especially a rifle because you did a lot of throw out of the rifle. And so you can PID out to probably like 200 yards pretty accurately. Obviously, if you had magnification, I don't have any magnification on this, but from there, BCM Foregrip, standard stuff. Hooked up to the light, I've got just a typical mod button with a a pressure only. And then I've got it all wrapped up in some mixture of camo form underneath, and then goon tape on top to make it black because our rifles have to be black at work. And that's just to help with the heat mitigation when you're really running the gun hard. This setup, especially with the suppressor, can get pretty hot pretty quickly, so just to keep you from burning your hand. Back from there, Eotech EXPS, I believe it's a 3.2 or 3-2. It's the one with the single dot and then the one dot underneath it. Got that on a Unity riser. And then at the back, GBRS Cheek riser to accommodate the Unity riser. And then on the stock here, this little like tip, I put some goon tape on the buffer tube itself to help pretty much get rid of completely the wobble in the stock. A standard Magpul stock on a standard buffer tube, there will be some play, and when you go to shoulder the rifle, you'll feel it and you'll hear it. And to me, it's just annoying, so I tape that up to negate that. And then a simple GBRS sling. Works great, no complaints there. It's a sling. Can't really go wrong with it. What do you got going on, Jack?
So I got a PWS rifle. Clear. I'm wrong-handed, so it's 11.8 inch barrel. It's piston driven. I also have an OKW Modlight. I have some cable retention. Just got on Amazon, that way the cable doesn't snag on anything when on your vest or on the environment that you're working in. That's annoying.
It's a little different because I've got mine managed just in the tape, and then you don't have tape, so you just put those, so that's helpful.
And then I got a GBRS sling with the sling retention as well. Got ambi safety that came with the lower. I have a Geisley trigger.
Which one do you know?
I don't know. I think it's like 2 pounds. It's 2-stage.
2 pounds,
yeah, 2-stage. It's really light. I forgot what charging handle this is. Radian charging handle.
Yeah, Radian.
It's on. I have a T2 on a Unity riser and a GBRS Cheek riser. I think this is 0.5 inches. The reason why people ask is all the time, why do you do this? Why do you have a riser and then have a cheek riser? It's kind of dumb, right? But we wear vests, so we're not afforded the luxury of getting a good shoulder weld all the time. So if anything, we're using kind of like our collarbone as our touch point every single time.
Kind of like, instead of being here like you usually would, and then
Yeah, I
just
wish
come
we could
down
do
and
that.
you're more like up in the collarbone.
Yeah, because
of
you
the
have
vest.
your vest in there.
Yeah.
You got your radio and all that. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty light. Doesn't weigh much. It's pretty simple. Don't have a lot going on.
If you were to change one thing on it, what would you change?
I wish I can get a shorter barrel length, but the shortest they offer is 11.8. So
Really?
not gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
What's that for? Like,
I
why
would
you
like to
want
get a suppressor, but I just love having a little rifle. That way I can maneuver it in vehicle. We spend a lot of time in vehicles, so if we have to go
Yeah.
to work, it's easier to clear that A pillar
Yeah.
and then go to work. So
Yeah, I don't get that luxury.
yeah.
So
you train with it. You know how to get out with it, right?
Yeah,
So,
well, you can't just like dip out of the car like this. You've got to like break it down and like do this kind of weird
for me,
shit.
I don't
and then
really-
come back up.
because I'm in the passenger seat usually, I'm left-handed, so I don't really have to break it down. I got it to where I can kind of just like maneuver it, and then I'm
Yeah,
on the
just kinda,
gun.
like dip it a little bit like out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Just personal preference.
Yeah, the only thing I'd change really is I'd get the flow 5.56 instead of the just normal one, just for weight savings. This motherfucker's heavy in the front.
It is heavy.
If you're up on
But she's
doing a
flat.
felony,
But she's
oh,
flat,
she's
though.
so flat.
Yeah.
If you're up on the gun for a while, felony stop or
Start to
room
feel it.
clearing or whatever, like you really start to feel it, and then it's hard to get a maneuver and like grab your buddy for to do the squeeze that you're gonna move.
Right.
Or open a door handle if you get really taxing on the wrist, unless he's got some like badass wrist strength, which I don't.
Gotcha,
So-
gotcha. Yeah, you gotta be a Hulk to fuck with that.
Yeah. So, yeah. Hope that helps you kind of make a decision on, what you want to get. And if you have any questions about why we have them set up beyond what we answered, just drop it in the comments. Let us know. And yeah, thanks for watching.